I'm Mark Leader. I'm a 35-year veteran in the real estate business. I'm a Hall of Fame salesperson, an award-winning office owner, national speaker, trainer, and author. I am proud to say I've trained for every major franchise, including 91 of the top 100 independents, with over 1,500 paid speaking engagements to date. After working with so many great realtors and real estate organizations, I've noticed a consistent theme that separates the select few that rise to the top. These are the salespeople that earn income that many people dream about. I'm talking about earning $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year and more. Have you ever asked yourself how they can earn this kind of income and achieve this level of success? The answer to how they achieve this success, they've mastered 6 areas of the real estate business. And when you master the same 6 areas, you'll achieve the same results. The first area they've mastered is building inventory. Or said another way, they focus on bringing in 1 saleable listing a week. They understand the real estate business is an inventory business. They also understand that listings are the way to the top. The best of the best don't sell real estate for a living. That is just a byproduct of what they do. They understand the salesperson that has the most listings earns the most amount of money. They clearly understand that once you build a reputation as a listing agent, the amount of money you can earn is endless. Here, let me show you how the math works as far as the real estate industry goes. Let's assume for a minute that you brought in just 1 listing a week. And let's assume that you took at least 4 weeks off a year. That means that you would bring in 48 listings. Now, out of those 48 listings, if I told you that all 48 would sell, I'd have a credibility problem. So let's just assume that only half of them sell. And let's just assume out of those half, only half of them buy from you again. That would be approximately 36 transactions in 1 year. Now let's just assume for today that your average sale price is around $400,000. And let's just assume that your average commission is 2.5. Could be a little higher, could be a little lower depending on the market. That means that your average commission per transaction would be somewhere around $10,000. That would mean that if you brought in 1 listing a week, you would generate $360,000. And that's just by focusing 1 listing a week. But let's just assume that what I'm sharing with you is only half true. And let's cut that down to even half again. How would that change your life, gang, if you earned an income in excess of $182,000 or $300,000 a year or more? I personally believe it would change most people's lives forever. The second area, the best of the best master, is time management. You see, they understand that they only have so many hours in a day. And for each of those hours, they are trading of their lives, because that's what you're doing. You're trading your life for time. They should be trading it to make the highest amount of income possible. You see, gang, in other words, the best of the best, they understand that life equals time, or time equals life. And if we have to trade our life for money, then let's make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. And let's spend quality time doing what we enjoy and with the people that we love and enjoy to do it with. The third area they have mastered is attitude. The highest income earning salespeople have an attitude of success. No matter what life throws at them, they always look at life as if the cup is half full, never half empty. I will never forget my first broker. He gave me some of the worst advice I ever heard, and it fundamentally affected my career until I was able to see the light and make drastic changes in my attitude. He said, and I quote, "Mark, Sales is all about getting yeses. Your job every day is to go out and get as many yeses as you possibly can. But what he did not tell me is that you will always get more no's than you will ever get a yes. You see, when you get those no's, you have to have the attitude that I am happy I just got a no, because that is one less no until I get a yes. You see, sales is all about the law of averages. And if you let a no knock you down, you will have a hard time earning an above average income in the real estate business. Those no's have to be like a booster rocket and propel you to work harder. And I will teach you precisely what you need to do with your attitude to make that happen. The fourth area of high income earners have mastered is marketing. They understand that the only reason salespeople do marketing is to make the phone ring or to receive incoming leads or opportunities online. They also use marketing to create and maintain name recognition as a top realtor in their area with the general public, friends, family, and past customers. Marketing will always lead to referrals. And when those start to flow in, look out, you're well on your way. The fifth area the best of the best have mastered is objection handling. No matter what a potential customer throws at them, they can handle the objection and close for the signature. The most common objections you'll be faced with in the real estate business are, we have a friend in the business. We'd like to fix it before we list. We want to wait till spring, summer, winter, or fall. We want to find one before we put ours on the market. We want to try to sell it ourselves for X number of days. We want to use a discount broker to save the commission. We will list with you, but you have to cut your commission. The best of the best, the high income earners, they don't fold when they get hit with these objections. This empowers them. They roll up their sleeves, demonstrating how it will cost the seller money if they don't go ahead now. They become excited about being hit by an objection. And when they handle the objection and get the signature on the listing and walk out the door, they feel accomplished, successful, and confident that they are the best of the best. And then finally, the sixth area that the top income earners have mastered is buyers. They learn very quickly how to separate the looker from the buyer. They focus on working with the buyer, and they stay in touch with the looker for future business opportunities. Now, if I said to you, if you mastered these 6 areas of the real estate business, you could ultimately set what income level you want to achieve each year and know with certainty that you would earn that income, no matter what life throws at you. I know for certain you can achieve whatever income you choose. How do I know this? For over 25 years, I've worked with salespeople just like you. And my Leaders Elite program has changed the careers of over 35,000 salespeople around the world. And if you work as hard as they did, you can count on producing better than 1 transaction per week. Guaranteed. So what is the Leaders Elite program? Well, it's a space training program that increases agents' productivity through a combination of skill development, consistent activity, accountability, and proven business practices. Leaders Elite removes the option to fail. So the next question you might have is, what makes Mark Leader qualified to teach the program to you? Well, let me share with you a little bit about how my career started. I started in the real estate business, gang, back in 1984. And my first year in the business, I earned less than $9,000. And even back in the 80s, that was a poverty level income. So I knew that something had to change. And one day my company decided to bring in this national speaker, a trainer. And we went down to an event not much different than what today would be, except in those days we went into a large auditorium. There might have been 800-900 people in the room. And the speaker made a statement that fundamentally changed my career. He looked out upon the audience, and everyone was deadly quiet. And he said this: "One of you has greatness in you." And as he said that, it was like he was talking to me. I did one of these. I felt like he had zeroed in on me out of 800, 900, 1,000 people. But he said that there's a good chance that greatness will never come out unless you don't take these next words that I'm about to say to you deadly serious. And he went on to say this: "The teacher will appear when the student is ready to learn." And I want to tell you something. I was ready. I was hungry. I was ready for a change, and I wanted success. I not only signed up for his program that day, I signed up for every other training program I could. And over the next 8 years, I listed over 1,000 properties for sale. I averaged 93 closings a year for 8 years consecutively without the help of a personal assistant. I was then inducted into the Worldwide Hall of Fame, not just Canada, not just the USA, but the Worldwide Hall of Fame. And in fact, some people in those days said I might have been the youngest person ever. I went on to be an office owner with an award-winning sales team. And in 1999, I launched my Real Estate Leaders program. I went on to do over 1,500 plus paid speaking engagements. I've authored or co-authored 4 books with such people as Bob Proctor, Deepak Chopra, Stephen Covey, Mark Victor Hansen, and that's just to name a few. You see, gang, did my life change with those words? Absolutely. Does Mark know real estate? And does he know how to teach you how to be successful in real estate? Absolutely. So the next question you might have, well, Mark, if I decide to sign up and take this program with you, has the program been tested? Will it work? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my very first class when I was in the training business. And I came up with this idea to teach students so much and then send them out to apply it, bring them back and teach them some more. My very first class, I had 43 students take the program with me. After taking that program, those salespeople who prior to taking the program had averaged about 6 transactions for the year, during the 9 weeks of the program with me, they averaged 12 listings and 8 sales. As a group, the production over the 9 weeks, we brought in 235 listings, 215 sales. 21 of them closed better than $1 million in production. 10 people closed better than $2 million in production. And remember, gang, in those days, we weren't selling $1 million properties. The top producer of the program was a man by the name of Nick Krankovich. Nick was 63 years old, never earned more than $26,500 during his career. During the 9 weeks, he closed in excess of $3 million in production, and his career started to skyrocket. Since that first class, we've updated the program 8 times now, and we've had over 35,000 salespeople have taken the program. After those 35,000 salespeople have taken the program, they have averaged better than 1 transaction per person per week. So what is Leaders Elite? Well, Leaders Elite is what's called a space learning program. And it's been created specifically to increase sales associates' production. It's shown a history of consistent results of better than 1.5 transactions per person per week or more. And we do it through a combination of skill development, mandatory activities, and time-proven sales techniques. The foundation of the program is 6 parts. The first part is I'm going to teach you lead generation and building inventory. By the time I'm done with you, you won't have any questions about how to generate more leads and how to bring in more listings. The second area is I'm going to teach you marketing, and we're going to do a deep dive on online marketing and online lead generation. I'm going to teach you how to turn those relationships into appointments in the commissions. The third area is objection handling. There won't be an objection you get hit with that we're not going to teach you how to handle. The fourth area is going to be attitude control. No matter what this crazy business throws at you or this crazy world throws at you, you're always going to have an attitude of success. The fifth area is time management. I'm going to teach you how to make more money and do it in less time. And the sixth area is I'm going to teach you how to write sales quicker. Now, what are the ingredients of the program? Well, there's some rules that you're going to have to follow. And the first rule of the program is this, is that you've got to acknowledge that you're never too old to learn. You've got to acknowledge that every day we can learn something new. And like the great Zig Ziglar used to say, if you just pick up one more thing that allows you to do one more deal, imagine how much money you'll make by being here with me today. You got to agree to do what I ask of you. In other words, there's going to be certain things that you're going to have to apply. And while you're learning to apply those, you got to be prepared to step out of your comfort zone. Because success is not always comfortable. The growth part can make you feel uncomfortable. Think about if we went to the gym and we started an exercise program. The first time you go, tell me that next day you're not a little bit sore. Well, it's the same as anything in life. Whenever you learn something new, until it becomes part of you, it's always a little uncomfortable. If you're okay with that, then let me tell you what you're going to get. First of all, I'm going to supply you with a manual and all the materials. In that manual and materials, you're going to get all the scripts. You're going to get listing presentations. You're going to get objection handling visuals and all of your dialogues for your FSBOs, your expireds, calling your past customers, your door knocking, your open houses, etc. The manual is loaded with everything that you need. The second thing you're going to get is I'm going to give you a complimentary version of my world famous now lead generation platform. You want to generate more listing opportunities in less time? I'm going to give you the platform that's going to do it for you, and it's going to take away all of the questions you're going to have about online marketing and lead generation. The third component is spaced learning or spaced training. Let me explain to you what spaced training is all about. Here's how it works. First of all, we start off and I teach you some stuff. We put the foundation in place. After I teach you some stuff, I give you some specific assignments to do. You go out to apply those. Then we come back and take in the next session. I teach you some more stuff. Then I send you out to apply it. Then you come back and take in the next session. And then I send you out to apply what you've been taught again. And we're constantly going like this until you hit the top and you become a star in the real estate business. The fourth area, or the fourth ingredient, is I'm going to teach you everything A through Z about real estate sales. The fifth area is you're going to get weekly assignments. That's right, there's going to be certain things that you're going to need to do. Now, you're going to ask yourself, why weekly assignments, Mark? Well, it goes back to this saying, education without application is worse than worthless. So I'm going to teach you some stuff, then you're going to have to go out and apply it. The sixth area is the audio. We're going to give you audio recordings of everything so you can constantly listen to it over and over and over again, the dialogue, the technique, the process. And I need you to listen to that till you get to the point that you know what I'm going to say next. The seventh ingredient, we're going to create some personal accountability. Because let's face it, in today's real estate world, if you can't be personally accountable to your own success, then you're going to have challenges throughout your whole career. And the eighth ingredient is you need to understand something about Mark Leader, is that I teach relationship-based selling, never combative. Never combative. So who benefits from the Leaders Elite program? Well, newly licensed salespeople who want to learn a proven method of success. That would be the first group. The second group would be real estate associates who need to start making enough money so they can afford to stay in the real estate business. And the third area is experienced associates who want to learn how to make more money, but do it in less time. Now, I've been doing this long enough. I already know the excuses you're going to give to yourself for not taking the program with me. The first excuse is you're going to say it's the wrong time of year. Well, the truth is, when is the right time of year to make more money and do it in less time and put more peace and balance in your life? I would think the time is now. The second excuse you're probably going to give yourself is that the program cost too much. Well, let me put that in perspective for you for a minute. If I said to you that what I was going to teach you, you're going to do approximately, let's just say, 1 to 1.5 transactions per week that you take the course with me. And so that would be approximately 12 transactions, either a listing, a sale, or a listing sold. So let's just assume out of those 12, 6 of them were immediate deals, either a listing, sold, or a sale. And I sent you a referral on each of those. So if you used an average sale price of $400,000 at a 2.5% commission, the average commission per end would be about $10,000. And let's just assume that you gave me a 20% referral. That would be approximately $2,000. You take that $2,000 and you times it by the 6 transactions. That means that you'd be sending me $12,000 in referral fees, and you wouldn't make any more money after that because I sent the deals to you. What if I was able to teach you how to do that every week, every month, no matter what's happening in the economy or in the crazy world around us? See, I personally think the program's too cheap. The next one that you might tell me is I don't need help. If that's what stage you're at in your career, that you don't need any help, then by all means, don't sign up for the program. Because if you believe you don't need any help, then there's no help anybody can ever give to you. The next excuse might be I can't afford it. I personally think that when I know that the average realtor across North America closes about 6 to 8 transactions a year, and even less when you take the top 20% off, I don't think you can afford not to take it. And then there's that group that says, I'm going to think about it. Well, for you folks, if you decide that you want to think about it, then here's what I'd like to do for you. Give Mark some blind faith. Believe in yourself and believe that someone can help you become more successful. Sign up for the program today. Take the program. At the end of the 9 sessions, as long as you've done everything I've asked you to do, if you can actually pick up the phone and call me and say, Mark, I'm not a better realtor. Mark, I didn't make more money. Mark, I'm not in more balance in my personal life and my professional life. And as long as you did what I asked you to do, I'll give you back all of the money, 100% guaranteed. And you can keep all of the material, including using the lead gen platform. You see, gang, Leaders Elite is not an experiment. If you work as hard as my past students have, here's what you can expect to achieve during the 9 sessions of the program if you do it 1 day a week for 9 weeks, which is how I prescribe it to be taken. The average student does about 1.5 transactions per person per week. So if we take 9, we times that by 1.5, means the average person that takes the program will do about 12.5 transactions. Now, let's just assume that's 12 to make the math easier. Out of that 12, 6 will be listings and 6 will be immediate sales. Now, using the math that we used earlier, that your average commission would be $10,000, if you take those immediate sales, that would be 6 times 10,000, means the average salesperson that takes my program will do $60,000. Now, what about these 6 listings? Well, let's just assume that 3 of them sell. Not all 6, just 3. That's another 10, or another 30,000. Meaning the average person who takes the Leaders Elite program with me will generate somewhere around $90,000 because of the 9 weeks. Now let's just assume that what I'm sharing with you, I'm only half correct. If I said to you, you could make yourself an extra $45,000 over the next 9 weeks, would that be something that you might be interested in? So now I'm sure you're asking yourself this. Well, Mark, how much is this program? Let me share that with you. Now, remember, you get the 9 weeks, the 9 sessions. You get all the audios with it. You get the lead gen platform with it. You get the manual with it, with all my dialogues and FISBO presentations and listing presentations and expired dialogue and past customer dialogue and door knocking dialogue, open house dialogue, you name it, A through Z through real estate. Everything you're going to need to be successful. Everything that Mark Leader uses and did use and does use in order to generate a 6-figure income in the real estate business, all of that is included for that's everything included. Oh, sorry. For $995. If these are the results you've been dreaming of, but not sure how to achieve them, if you want to bring in more listings in less time, learn to be in control of your attitude, time management, objection handling, marketing, and writing the buyer quicker, then please click on the link below and register and start earning the income you deserve. And if you click on the link below, who knows, maybe the price might even be a little bit different. Let me finish off with a poem that I learned many, many years ago that will probably sum everything up in a nice, neat package for us. And it goes like this. The bride, white of hair, is stooped over her cane, uncertain her knees are guiding, while down the opposite church aisle, with a wan, toothless smile, bridegroom in wheelchair comes riding. Now who is this elderly couple thus wed? Well, you'll find when you quickly explore it, that here is that rare, most conservative pair that waited until they could afford it. Don't be like the old couple, gang, and wait your whole life for success. Click on the link below. Take the journey with me. And I personally guarantee that you're going to make more money in less time and have more fun. Thanks for spending time with me today.